Hey guys, this is galacticmarine501's /JacksonWolfX here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Rocket Hog with the Covenant AA gun. Um, let's first go into accessories. One of the smallest accessories is the crates. You get 3 of them, and I gotta there's my complaint with these. You put any friction at all on some of these doors and they will just pop off. This one is absolutely horrid. I can just shake it and it'll come off almost immediately. Like, I can't even turn this up. There's nothing in this. And I'll just put the door on. And it'll just barely hold on there, but give it a little shake and it'll fall off. That is not the way a weapons crate should be. A weapons crate should hold the weapons inside, not spill them all over at the drop of a hat. Here, watch. I'll even just put a plasma grenade in there. Here's a plasma grenade. Standard plasma grenade. I haven't added any lead weights to this. However, by the reaction, you'd think I did. You'd think if you went into this thinking that the quality of these Mega Bloks was Lego, like, super decent quality, you'd think that I cast this plasma grenade in depleted uranium. Boom. Actually, it held in there decently, but that was because I shoved it in. If I were to put it in there normally, then let the plasma grenade go onto the side, there, it just drops itself right out. The only reason it held the other time is because I had held it into there, and the plasma grenade was stationary on the door, so the door did not experience any change in pressure on it. Now, ironically enough, it's actually not that. There's actually some clutch when you try to open it the way they want you to, but any other way and it'll just fall open. Yeah. So, some of the crates, these crates, one of them has 3 plasma pistols in it. Pretty good. Pretty good. And the other has 3 plasma grenades. I don't know which is which. I'm not going to check. Actually, you know what? I will. This is the grenades. So, the other one was pistols. I could shake this one pretty decently hard and it won't come out. This is the best one. Now, it's really all luck on those parts, because there are some that are in there really well, and then there are ones that just don't do anything. They just don't like to stay in whatsoever. So you may get all good ones, you may get all crappy ones. It's all luck of the draw. But anyway, let's get into the let's get into the rocket. No, wait. Still gotta go over the figures. Now, let's go with the UNSC first. No, actually, I'll go with UNSC last. Let's go with Covenant first. First, you have the Acetic Elite. Nothing really to say about him. Stock energy sword, not the purple ones that they're giving with the Arbiter, which would be cool. But, yeah, really nice. New helmet. I don't know how much else of him is new, but still. Then you get a Jump Pack Brute, which, in my opinion, is the strongest figure in the lot. He's got Jump Pack armor, a Brute Mauler, and a Jump Pack itself, which makes him a really unique figure. Despite the Elite, which is a new figure with an old weapon. This guy's a new figure with a weapon that at this point you can only get in this set, the Brute Mauler. I don't know if one of the weapons packs has it. If it does, sorry, but yeah, this is the only place I've seen it. Then we go into sort of the most boring figure in the lot, which still is kind of exciting because we haven't gotten one like this yet. And the face is new, but still he's the most boring. the UNSC Marine, no face mask, which is nice to have finally Marines that aren't wearing their cold weather mask. And I think actually there's a cold weather one that's not wearing his mask, which is kind of plot fail. Up until now, they've all been wearing their masks, and then they give you a cold weather one that's not. So, epic plot fail there, but okay. Then he comes with a standard assault rifle. Then you have, in my opinion, the weakest figure in the lot, and I say that because really, with a lot of the Reach Spartans, they throw in that metal color because really in Reach it's the first time that a Halo character has had a robotic arm, and that's Cat, and you see it too much now. I don't know why, but they throw in that silver that's not in any other Spartan. Yeah, look, here's the Hazop Spartan, the yellow one. This is the one that makes, this is the color for hazardous operations that makes most sense. I kind of picture a bio suit. And he's got 3 colors, which Halo Reach characters generally don't have. But yeah, looks like a bumblebee with robotic implants. But anyway, yeah. Now, that just to prove that gray isn't generic, if this is the first Halo minifigure you've seen, here's a rather good figure. And I half want to start quoting the meta here, but yeah, I love this guy. I desperately want a red and white version of him, but I don't think we'll get one. I may have to find myself either a red or a white and paint it, or just get another. I actually would not mind getting another one of this guy by buying another EVA's Last Stand and painting him to be the meta, but yeah. The meta is by far my favorite character from Red vs. Blue, so let's just leave that one there. It's between him and Tucker, actually, because I like Tucker. Tucker's sort of funny. I also kind of have to throw some of my points towards Wash and North. North is the dude, right? The dude. Whether it's North or... No, South is the chick. But yeah. Anyway, here's the Rocket Hog. It's terrific. It's like the one from the... Actually, speaking of EVA's Last Stand, if you have it and this set, you can use the base from this to build a slightly battle-damaged normal Warthog in the light gray, in the light brown color, which is nice. You've got, however, you wouldn't... I'm never going to do it, because this cannon is too awesome. This basically takes the Rocket Hog from Halo 1 and kicks it down the stairs and takes its lunch money. But yeah, it's a really nice cannon. I love this. And now here's the funny thing. Here's sort of the plot hole. If you pull this cannon all the way up, you end up raining hell down upon the drivers of your car. Yeah, that's not really the way you want it. Then again, a bigger plot fail would be if this actually happened. And yes, you can have it pointing at the Warthog as it approaches. Like, hey, we're just gonna blow up your... Oh. Yeah. Now let's get on to the anti-aircraft gun. Because it has many strong points, but also many weak points, unfortunately. So, first off, you do have quite a few recycled parts, which is not terribly bad. The only one that's terribly noticeably bad is this here. Recycled from the anti-gravity base. Now, those of you who don't have Target in your area may not have seen this, because it was a Target exclusive. It came with 2 Jackals. No, it came with a Jackal sniper with a red shield, which they do have in the game, so that it's nice to have that. And the red shields are about half as common as the blue shields, so it's nice to have that. But anyway, this does spin, But again, you have these random little... Here, let me bring it in. You have these random little indents. You know what? In order to review this better, I'm just going to pop it into two pieces. Start with this and go to this later. So anyway, here we go. You have these random little indents on which, actually these parts on the sides, these would have sat. Which, not terrible, but not great either. Now, the gun articulation, it can go down that far to point at the ground, and it can go up that far, but it does have a clutch, so it'll stay at that height. Now, it does have these little things that open. I like to think that they can open and then be like a shotgun or something, if there are hornets or something bugging it. Or falcons, I guess, since it's a reach craft. But anyway, let's go into here. If you look in there, you could see there's that one light purple part. That's actually normally dark purple. That just got so stressed upon me doing this. As far as I can tell, the way that they said to do it. But the thing was, these pegs, the peg mechanism is just so touchy. Like, there was one area where it would go. Like, one area. But nowhere else would it work. So I ended up having to just force it in there, and that was a problem. Now, if you don't have as much strength as I do, like, I mean, I know this is going to sound gloaty, but I am relatively strong for my age. I mean, despite my unathletic appearance, I do have a bit of strength for being a fat kid, which a lot of fat kids do have a bit of strength. Like, I had to literally just, like, be sitting there and do this with all of my force just to get this on. And I still don't have one of the pegs in there. I couldn't get it in there for the life of me. 2 was the best. I decided, you know what, let's just cut that one out and get it in. I don't care if it's totally accurate or not. But, yeah. Mattel really could have done better there. But anyway, now let's go to the bottom, which also has a few problems. Now, one of these problems would not be as much of a problem if it weren't so hard to access it to fix that problem when it occurred. Now, as far as I can tell, this top base is actually custom for the... I'm actually going to pan down because the problem will present itself. As far as I can tell, this part here is custom for this aircraft gun. These parts I know are, because they're perfect to the game, almost. You have the core in here, which, if you remember, in the game, that was where you had to shoot. Now, there we go. You can see it in there. That was where you had to shoot, or toss a grenade or something, in order to do it. And you can spin this around, like you can spin it so that it's not facing the door, like so. Which, if I were the Covenant, this is the way I would present my anti-aircraft cannon. I wanted to say LAAG, but that's the gun for the Warthog, and have that in the back. But for the sake of the fact that this is a toy, and the fact that if you want to replicate it, you're not going to be able to get into the back very easily, having it in the front would be just as good, I think. But anyway, you do have a core in there. However, the bottom piece is on a little round mechanism, a little round panel, and I gotta make sure all of these things are perfectly flat, because the very bottom of this is actually 4 separate pieces. Now, if any of you guys know, if you poke, if the place where you assembled this has any give whatsoever, you will end up with so many problems with that core. It'll come undone every 2 minutes. And then you have to unpanel, unpeg each one of these, or at least 5 of these panels, which you can see. You can see these panels go on each of the sides of these things. You have to unpeg 5 of them. And these little silver bits go flying when you do that. So you got to take those off first. That one was lucky and didn't. But yeah, you gotta take those off first. Then you gotta pop this thing off. Then you can pop the door out, the clear bit in there, this part. Then you can get to the core to lock it down better. Yeah. It actually came undone the first time I tried this review, so it's a pain in the butt. But yeah, that is basically the aircraft gun. Yeah, if you want me to go in depth on either of these more, I will do that. Just drop me a message or something. But yeah, I actually have to end this video so I can talk about the 3DS. And I only have 15 minutes to do that. So yeah, I'll see you guys at the next review.